Okay, so next step, let's move on to the next step. So next step is we will be creating one ESX update directory in our VMFS_DS data store, and that is through command line. Okay, so why we need to create that directory? Because we need to copy and upload our update depot.zip file. This is the name VMware ESXi 8.0.3e update 3e, and this is the version. So this is a depot zip file what we need to download and we need to upload it, okay, through our data store. But before doing that, we need to create one ESX update directory in our VMFS DS data store. Okay, so next step is enter following commands through ESX host 01 putty or SSS sessions. Okay, so what will be the first command? We need to get the listing of our existing volume of VMFS data store. So what I'm doing is I'm going back to my server session. I will exit from our VCSA console, putty console, and again opening one fresh console. And I'm doing a putty SSH session through ESX host 01. So again I'm logging with the root command. Okay, clearing the screen, and then I'm putting this particular first command over here. Okay, the first command, I will copy this command, which will give us a which will give us a listing of our files from the data center data store. Okay, so you can see over here, if I'm putting this one, it will give me the listing of my VMFS volume data store listing. Okay, next command is we are creating one directory under our data store called ESX update. Okay, so as of now our VMFS data store is not having any directory as such. All the by default directories are there, but we will be creating one directory over here. So I'm just copying this command and putting it. So now this command has created one directory called ESX update. Next command is we need to verify whether that particular directory has been created or not. Okay, so the next command will be we need to put another command to see our ESX update directory has been created or not. So next command is same what we have done in command 1. Okay, so what I'm doing is going back to my suite. I'm copying this particular command one more time. Here, copying this command, clearing the screen. And now you can see our this directory has been created. The ESX update directory has been created. Okay, so this is actually for creating our ESX update directory for uploading our zip file. Okay, now let's move on to the next step. Now we need to copy or download our VMware ESXi 8.0 update 3e 24674464 file in 2022 DC system. So let me just copy that file in our Windows 2022 DC system. So I have downloaded the update depot.zip file. So I'm coming back to my DC system and I will go back to my downloads folder, and you can see this particular depot.zip file you can download from the official VMware site. This is kind of a zip file which is containing all the applicable updates. Okay, and the update number 3e, and this is the version number. So I have downloaded it on 2022 DC system. Okay, so let's go back to our next step. So we have completed this step number 271. Okay, let's move on. Next step is, now we need to upload this particular zip bundle file to our data store through command prompt. So the step number 271 is, we need to enter series of commands through Windows 2022 DC system admin session to upload our zip file in our data store. So the first command will be, we need to go to the CD program files and putty folder. Okay, through Windows 2022 DC command prompt. So I'm coming back here, opening my CMD through DC system, run as an administrator. Okay, first coming to the root C folder and then CD program files and then putty. Okay, so why we are going inside the putty folder? Because there is a small utility inside that which can help to upload our zip file to our data center. How? We will see that. Now next is uploading your ESX update bundle package in VMFS DS Datastore is. Again we need to go for the next command for uploading. So command number 2 is this PSCP. This is the utility which will help us out to upload our zip file, and it will use the root credentials through our command prompt window to upload that file to our data center. Okay, so what I'm doing is copying this whole command and entering over here. Okay, and hitting enter. Once I'm hitting enter, it will ask me for the password. Let's see. So you can see the password. So we need to give the password of our ESX host root. Okay, you can see over here the root and then the IP of our ESX host 01. So we need to give the password of root. So I'm just putting the password. And you can see over here it has started uploading our zip file to our ESX host data center data store VMFS_DS, which is attached to our ESX host 01. Okay, so by the time it is uploading, let's move on to the next step. And you can see over here it has completed 100%. So let's move on to the next step. So that we have already done, password we have already entered, and our upload also completed. So next is we need to now re-verify whether that zip file has been updated or uploaded in our ESX update folder. So we need to enter one more command over here. So what will be that command? So enter following command to confirm that our zip file uploaded in Datastore. So what will be that command? So I'm again listing down the VMFS volumes, VMFS DS, that is our Datastore name, ESX update directory listing. Okay, so coming back here and copying that command. Copy and coming back here. Now this particular command session I need to exit, and again coming back to my ESX host root login. So I'm clearing this screen first and entering this command, and you can see over here this particular file has been uploaded in our ESX update folder. Okay, so we have uploaded our bundled depot.zip file through command prompt on our Datastore ESX update directory. We have created this ESX update directory through command prompt first, and then we have uploaded our zip file in that one. Okay, I hope I'm clear up to this point. So moving to the next step. Now we need to exit from the VCSC putty shell and DC CLI session also. So I'm exiting. I have already exited from the both the sessions. Let's move on to the next step. Now we need to shut down our VCSA virtual machine through ESX host 01. Why? Because we are now patching our ESX host 01. Okay, so any running VMs, it will not allow to put our ESX host into maintenance mode, and unless you are putting your ESX host in maintenance mode, it will not allow you to patch. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm coming back here to my main session. First of all, I'm exiting all the sessions which have been opened. Okay, closing this, coming back here, closing everything, again opening a fresh web browser, and then I will open my ESX host 01. I will put the root password. Now I need to shut down my VCSA VM. Okay, because my VCSA VM itself is running inside ESX host 01, and we are patching our ESX host 01. So what I'm doing is I'm going to the home, going to the virtual machines, opening this session here, and here it is giving us option for F12 to shut down and restart. Look at on the right bottom side. So I'm entering the F12. It will ask me for the password. So I'm putting the new password what we have set earlier. And again two options, F2 to shut down and F11 to restart. So I'm putting F2. So this will put off my virtual center VM in a clean state. Okay, that is the first step what we need to do before putting our ESX host into maintenance mode. Okay, now my VM is shut down. My VCSA VM is shut down. In a production environment, you should shut down all your VMs hosted by this particular host, because we are patching this particular host. If you don't want to shut down, then it should be migrated using vMotion. It should be migrated to another host. So ideally whichever host you are patching, it should not hold any active VMs. That's the bottom line. Okay, I hope I'm clear up to this point. Okay, now let's move on to our PPT for the next step. So we have done the shutdown of VCSA VM. Next is through ESX host 01 direct CLI putty session console root login execute following commands to enable ESX host 01 maintenance mode. Okay, so what we are doing is, first of all, we are logging using the direct session of our direct CLI root login. Okay, so I'm coming back to my desktop over here, and here ESX host 01 and root login is already there, so I'm clearing this one. And now let's see what are the commands we need to enter. So the first command will be ESXi system maintenance mode get. Now this will give us a confirmation whether our system is in maintenance mode or it is still running in a normal mode. So this command is useful to get the confirmation for your maintenance mode. So I'm entering this command. Reconfirming that one. Okay, system maintenance mode get. Okay, now hitting enter. So you can see over here the system maintenance mode has not been enabled. That means this ESX host is not in maintenance mode, it is disabled as of now. So no problem, we need to put it. Okay, so this command is to get the current maintenance mode state. Okay, next command is ESXi VM process list. Now we have shut down our VCSA VM. Okay, so ideally no VM should be running, but here comes one catch or one small glitch, I should say, that even after putting the normal VMs, it is still running the VMs called VCLS, that is virtual center LS. Now what those VCLS VMs means, if your ESX hosts are in vMotion cluster, so for enabling that service, the cluster service or the vMotion service, it is creating a small bunch of VMs also which are running those services. So those are system VMs, those are not which you have explicitly created. Okay, so those VMs are hidden ones. So to see those hidden VMs, we need to enter this command ESXi VM process list. Okay, so I'm coming back here. Okay, ESXi VM process list. Enter. Now you can see over here there is still one particular VM which is actually running. Okay, so world ID is 0, the world ID is 105419 and all, and display name over here you can see over here VCLS. Okay, so there is one more VM. So even if you are trying to enter this ESX host in a maintenance mode, it will not allow you because this VCLS is still running, that cluster service VM is still running. Now how to disable it we will see in the next command. Okay, So next command is, so this command is to get the current running VMs, okay, on ESX host 01. So next command is we need to power off this VCLS, okay. So through our direct CLI or putty session SSS root login, execute following commands to enable our ESX host 01 maintenance mode, okay. So next command is we need to get all the VCLS systems or VCLS VM systems process ID, okay. So what it will show, it will show one process ID over here, and using that process ID we will put off that particular VCLS, okay. So I'm coming back to my PPT, sorry, coming back to my root session, and here I will put this command vim-cmd vmsvc vm.cmd, then vmsvc get all VMs, vmsvc get all VMs, and then this particular sign and grep VCLS. So it will grep or it will show only the running VCLS VMs, okay. We need to absolutely make sure that we are entering the correct commands with space and even with the smaller case or uppercase, because Linux based operating systems are case sensitive commands, okay. Grep VCLS, again this is small and then CLS is capital. And now you can see over here, let me just adjust the screen, let me just cut it down. You can see over here this is the ID 10, okay, VMX. Now this is the whole config file path over here for our VCLS VM, and that .vmx is a configuration file path, okay, for this VCLS, okay, and the ID is 10, okay. So we got the ID, this is the most important part, okay. See the cursor over here, number 10, the ID is 10, okay. So now let's move on to the next step to get the current running VM's VM ID, okay. So we have already completed that. Now next command is we need to now power off that particular VCLS, okay. So vim cmd vmsvc power off 10, okay. So we need to enter this particular command now, okay. See, okay. Now see power dot off and then 10. So let's see, okay. So now it is showing as powering of the VM. Now that VCLS VM has been powered off, okay. Now all the VMs, including the active VMs and inactive VMs, all have been powered off through your ESX host 01. If you are having multiple VMs running on a single host, so you can create a series of a script which will power off all the VMs at once. Okay, let's move on to the next step. So the last command is for to power off the currently running VLCS VMs. Okay, so next step is, now we need to put our system ESX host 01 host into maintenance mode. So again, through our console we need to execute following commands to enable the ESX host 01 maintenance mode. So the next command is ESXi system maintenance mode set enable true. Okay, so I'm just entering this command. Okay, so I have entered this particular command, ESXi system maintenance mode set enable true. Let's see whether it is working. Okay, now it will take some time, so let it complete. I will come back to you once this command is completed. All right, so we have completed our command now. It has taken some time. Now let me just give you a brief idea why it has taken that much time. Even after putting off your VCLS VMs through command prompt, those VCLS VMs are keep powering on themselves automatically because of the cluster service, and I have to again enter that command 3-4 times. After that, now it has finally entered into maintenance mode. Okay, so right now it is showing that ESX host 01 maintenance mode is already enabled. Now let's go back here, and through GUI console also we will confirm that our ESX host is in maintenance mode. So I'm logging to ESX host 01 through my root login, and you can see over here the yellow mark. That means our ESX host is in maintenance mode. Okay, if it is green, that means it is not in maintenance mode. If it is yellow, that is means it is in maintenance mode. So let me log out from here, and now let's move on to the next step. So we have completed our command 5 to set the ESX host 01 in maintenance mode. Now next command is